DiFazio has been riding horses most of her life, but like many others, she hadn't seriously considered wearing a safety vest until recently. She bought her first air vest in 2021, saying it's made all the difference.
I got it because I was at a horse show and I had a pretty bad round where I crashed through a jump and it just didn't go in my favor. So I realized that I think getting a safety vest would probably be for my confidence too. I'd feel a lot better, more comfortable going in and competing better if I knew I had that safety with me.
In recent years, the equestrian community has seen a jump in the number of people wearing these airbag-style safety vests. Where you used to only see padded foam vests being used by eventers, now the new air vests can be seen across the showgrounds.
I have seen a lot more riders using them, especially in the jumpers because they jump a lot higher and it's more of a risk that accidents happen.
The original safety vests called body protectors were invented in the 80s and consist of foam padding stitched into sections to protect the rider's torso. They were made mandatory for cross-country competition in the eventing discipline in 1996 and are currently the only type of safety vest mandated by the United States Equestrian Federation. The first air vests appeared in the late 90s in the form of motorcycle safety gear, later being improved and adapted to equestrian sport in the early 2000s. Because of how new the technology is, there are yet to be any formal competition rules surrounding the air vest.
A lot of these manufacturers have done motorcycles for so many years, and that's where they had come from. But when it comes to the equestrian, obviously, the manufacturers are coming back to the equestrian community, asking for feedback. It's a very important topic that we have been talking about for now many years.
Air vests have small airbags stitched into sections instead of foam, and are fitted with a carbon dioxide canister and tether that attaches to it. When the tether is pulled from the canister, it inflates the vest almost instantly. When riders are mounted, they connect the other end of the tether to the saddle, ensuring that if they become disconnected from their horse, the vest will inflate before they hit the ground.
We're so fortunate that it can protect, of course, our torso, our ribs, our back. This air vest itself comes up a little bit higher in my chest, which I really do appreciate. And then as well, it's nice and high on my neck, and it also comes nice and low in my lower back.
Because this inflatable vest technology has only been around for the last 20 years, there haven't been many studies done yet on the efficiency of equestrian air vests. Research has shown that horseback riding is one of the most dangerous sports people can participate in. One study found that approximately 80% of riders will experience a riding-related injury in their career. One of those riders is former Olympian Kevin Babington. After a serious riding accident in 2019, Babington was left paralyzed from the neck down.
I went down head first and kind of did a somersault on my Adam's apple a little bit and had a severe bruise on my spine. I had torn all the muscles and ligaments in my neck. I had no movement in my arms or anything at the beginning.
Babington's injury shocked the equestrian community and was one of the major reasons for this recent rise in air vests. Although he wasn't wearing one at the time, Babington is a large advocate for them now.
The air vest wasn't really on the market at the time. And then I think after my accident, I noticed more and more people, especially a lot of professionals, started wearing them. I think it just opened a lot of people's eyes that this can happen to anybody. I think if I hadn't been the one to have the major accident and sort of help bring air vests to the forefront, I still would have been the person who would have definitely ridden in one.
After his injury, Babington's close friends started the Kevin Babington Foundation, an organization that helps other injured equestrians get the support they need towards their recovery.
One of the most important things for the foundation is trying to promote awareness of the different treatments out there for treatments, care, preventative information. That's where promoting the vests come into play and promoting, different safety products. If we can make awareness of the safety what's out there as far as the safety aspect of the support, and that if that helps one or two riders, that's huge.
All this leads to the question, will air vests become mandatory in the future? Currently, there are no rules stating that air vests need to be worn in formal competition. Aside from eventers being required to wear body protectors in cross-country rounds, the 2023 USCF rulebook states that any exhibitor may wear a protective vest, either body protecting or inflatable, specifically designed for use in equestrian sport, in any division or class without penalty from the judge. And there are many reasons why not everyone wants them to be mandatory yet.
One of those reasons is that there isn't a harmonized standard to which these things are certified to or tested to. And I think that in order for that to happen, the price is going to have to come drastically down, because with air vests currently starting at $600 and going up from there, I mean, that would just block so many people from being able to compete at a rated show.
Overall, the equestrian community hopes to see more air vests as people become more educated about them. However, many agree that more research needs to be done to improve these issues and make them safe and accessible for everyone.
I think it's become, part of people's toolkit, just like their helmet. So I think we'll see it continue. I think we'll, continue to see the technology evolve.
I definitely see it becoming much bigger in the future as more people use them and people realize that they're good, and especially if professionals continue to use them as they are and they promote them.
These are fairly new in the equestrian sport. We know that there are a lot of people out there who still aren't quite sure or maybe are on the fence. I encourage everybody to please have an open mind, because even if it's the smallest of injury that can be prevented, it's worth it to keep you in the saddle, in the tack, and thriving in this sport.
In Wellington, Florida, for UMTV, I'm Morgan Champey.